Hey, everybody. I got to bring up our actual screen here so you can see us. Or me, anyway.
It's just you.
Good morning. Welcome to the Guitars and Gear podcast. Good morning. I guess good morning to people who are watching live, if you are going to. The podcast where we explore the world of guitars, gear, and artists from a player's perspective, as well as a good bit of off-topic rambling. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dave.
Good morning.
Morning, Dave.
Hey.
Down in sunny Florida, you bastard. No, just kidding. And,
you know what I'm noticing, though?
What?
I'm noticing a little bit of an echo from because I'm watching the live stream also.
Oh, yeah.
Just turn the volume down on it.
Yeah, turn the volume down so we don't get any here, because then it'll come into the stream.
Into the actual stream.
I don't know. Maybe it will. Who knows?
I keep the volume
down.
Go.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. There we go.
All right, cool.
That works.
Well, at least you know that our audio is working then.
Yeah.
Because I have the volume down completely. I have no clue. I just see his mouth moving.
Well, good morning, Dave. I think we got two people watching anyway.
There we go.
I wave my foot. Hi, Dave.
Wow, there's Shanae's foot. Oh, my God.
That's where I am.
There's the foot. A little bit of a delay here, but yeah, I see the foot.
Yeah, it's going to be like a 10-second delay.
Yeah, it's
or
a
something,
good delay.
Yeah.
So how you been, Dave?
Oh, been doing really good.
Good.
Really good. Back down in Florida again. I have to take care of a few things here. My taxes and my second shot and for the COVID.
Right.
And so I'll be completely vaccinated. So
woohoo!
Yay!
Yeah, so I'm really excited about that. So now I can just do whatever I want again. Well,
kind of, yeah.
Within the
guidelines of whatever state you happen to be in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh man.
Cool.
So I'll be here for a few days, just get a few things done, and then
and we'll have
back up in Pennsylvania.
We'll have you back in the studio next week.
Back in the studio, absolutely.
All right, Janae.
What? I'm here. Yep.
Your foot's here. We saw
My
that.
foot is here. Yay.
Is your mind here? Is everything
kind
else
of?
here?
Yeah.
Good. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Had a good week.
Good.
Yeah.
What was so good about it?
We got the plants transplanted.
We did finally. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm
Janae
so
sent
much
a
happier.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
So much better.
It's pretty nice. So we're kind of re-landscaping not really re-landscaping. We're just moving stuff around in our front yard. We're making room to put like a little patio in the front of our house so we can sit outside and gawk at people.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's going slow.
The odd ones.
Yeah, because we're poor.
Yeah.
Because we have guitar stuff and everything, so we're poor.
Yeah.
So we're doing it little by little and just getting all the manual labor stuff done.
Yeah.
We can get done now and then just do it as we go.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
We're thinking of putting a concrete patio.
Yep.
And the idea is to save money. If you go to like one of the home stores like Home Depot or Lowe's or one of those places and you buy the bags of cement, well, if you buy the broken bags of cement, you get it at a big discount. So you just wait, kind of go every once in a while and look for the broken bags and then get a discant on them. And
just start saving up those broken bags because it's going to take a lot.
5 years or so, we'll have a patio. A friend of mine did that with his, who I knew a while ago. And he was telling me that, that's, all the sections of his patio, you can see how long it took him because there were sections that looked really old and getting worn, and then like a brand new piece at the far end of concrete. And I was like, geez. It's like, it took quite a few years, but I got it all done.
Do it piece by piece.
Yeah, but he was a pretty cheap guy. So he had money. He just didn't want to spend it.
Yeah,
exactly. Anyway, so that's the project going on around here right now. And and I've been doing I haven't been doing a ton of videos, but I think the ones I've been doing have been doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And I did yesterday, I practiced around doing some captures with the Quad Cortex and the Rev Generator 120 amp. So I figured out some nuances of how the capture process works, and I'm relatively happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I'm floored, but I did get really, really close, and I'm going to make a video on it and kind of discuss a few things, and I'll probably get that video done today. Whether it'll go out today or not is yet to be decided. Depends on how long it takes.
Yeah.
Just to shoot the footage and
how quiet the animals are upstairs now.
Yeah, so once you shoot the footage and then start putting it all together and trying to piecemeal it and trying to get the guitar to sound good. And there probably won't be a ton there'll be guitar in it, but there's not going to be a ton. Like normally my videos it's not about my great guitar playing, because that's not ever going to happen. It's about kind of demoing the gear and stuff and all that. So there'll be some guitar stuff in it, but the gist of it is going to be how close do we get to the source material and all that. And I know there's been other videos on it before, but I never really saw, like, you always saw like, okay, let's just do it.
Oh.
And then, and then here
things happen.
And then things just happen and you see it. But I want to try to go over every little nuance of it and see, I want the video to have value to people that watch it. So I don't want a video just to do a video. And like I said in the previous video that I did, where I was comparing the reverbs, between the Helix and the Quad Cortex. If you haven't checked it out, go to our YouTube channel and check it out. But and like and subscribe, please.
Yeah,
and if you're watching,
suggest it because they've been very popular videos. My goodness.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
so
done very well.
Yeah, so like I said in that one though, I hate comparison videos on YouTube. I just hate them.
Yeah.
Because even though I did that video, right? But somebody asked a question on our channel, and I figured it'd be worthwhile to at least put that out there. And at the end of the day, it just kind of turns out it's really your preference of what sounds right to you. I think I got them really close between the Helix and the Quad Cortex, which means to me that you can pretty much dial these things in pretty easily. Not easily, but there's nuances that are going to be different, and that's always going to be the case. Not every algorithm and the reverb stuff is going to be identical. It's just not. So it's always going to be a little different, and no matter what you choose is what you choose. It's and it really depends on what modeler you have. A lot of us, or a lot of you, I won't say us because I've been fortunate, but to have a bunch of different ones and try a bunch of different ones out. I've had the Helix and the Headrush and a couple fractal devices and real amps and the Quad Cortex, and
you've had a
the
smorgasbord.
List goes on. Yeah, I had the original pod, the Line 6 pod, and the Pod XT, and so I've had a bunch of this stuff, and it really depends on what sounds good to you, right?
Yeah.
It's objective. It always is going to be that way. So what I think, maybe the Quad Cortex, I think they sound good. They're fine. To me, they're good. They work. And I think it sounds great. The Helix.
Yeah.
I think
so easy to use.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the effects in the Helix are outstanding. They're really good.
Oh.
So those are great. But are they better than the Quad Cortex, or are they just different? I think they're different.
Just different.
Yeah.
Depends on your own taste.
That's what I would say.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that in that way, comparison videos kind of suck in that way on YouTube. The Quad Cortex isn't going to be better than the Helix, and the Helix isn't going to be better than the Quad Cortex. It's if you afford one and you buy one and you get it in your house and you get it on stage, whatever you're doing, if you're a working musician or whatever, you're going to find a way to make that sound good.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it.
It's kind of like TVs.
Yeah.
If you go to Best Buy and see all the TVs, maybe you can see a little nuances here and there. But once you get a TV home, you got nothing to compare it to. It's going to look great.
Right.
So,
right.
It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah, it is. Totally. And, case in point, check out every Pete Thorne video. He can make anything sound great. And or Rhett Shull or any of these guys out there. You listen to any Steve Vai album, you know, that guy could play through a trash can and it can sound great. He probably did before, you know.
Probably, yeah.
So anyway, that's my rant on comparison videos. But in the case of the Capture, this is where I was going with this. This is a long way to get back here. Between the Rev and the Quad Cortex doing the Capture there, that in that respect, the comparison is valid, right? Because you're trying to get as close to that as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Now, does it get that close?
Watch and see.
Watch and see, yeah. The Rev does some pretty fancy things. So there's some digital stuff going on in the Rev.
Oh, okay.
Right. You got the bright switch, you've got the cut switch, you've got that other stuff that I went over, and then check out the Rev video if you want to see that stuff, and like and subscribe while you're there. But that stuff causes havoc, it seems, with the capture process. It didn't sound really great. So when I turned that stuff off and just did kind of like the vanilla, let's go to channel 3, let's set our dials, and let's do the capture with nothing else in the way. Watch the video that's going to come out.
Yep.
I think you'll be a little bit surprised. I'm going to do the difference too.
Wow.
I want to show that.
That's going to be cool.
Yes, I want to show that. I want to show, let's put all this stuff on the way I would listen to the Rev, the way I would dial it in, and then do a capture of it. And let's see what that sounds like. And then let's do it just vanilla. Let's do the Rev with nothing extra on and no cab sim, no nothing.
Yeah.
And do it. And then let's compare it. You know, then add the stuff in. That's the beauty of the Quad Cortex or anything else that captures what the heck am I thinking of? The oh my gosh, it's right out of my head. The profiler.
Kemper.
Thank you. God,
yeah.
Don't ask
Kemper,
me.
which I don't have anymore either, but I had one of those. The Kemper, has that ability too. So you get the capture, and then you can add in your effects and your cab sims and all that stuff later. That's the beauty of the Quad Cortex. So just capture the nuance of the Rev channel, bring it in, and then adjust all that stuff.
Okay.
Add your brightness. Okay. Anyway,
don't give away too much.
I won't give away too much. So
that'll be a good one to watch.
It'll be a good one.
That's the kind of stuff that I like.
Yeah.
You know? Instead of, like you said, a direct comparison.
Right.
This is really going to be cool.
Yeah. So, thanks. So we'll see how it comes out. How long it takes me to actually do this. So another thing we got to talk about, or should we wait for the news to talk about the what we saw last night?
You mean what you saw?
What I saw.
Yeah, we'll wait until the news.
What you slept through. Okay. Are we ready for the news, do you think?
Yeah.
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 Dave, you good?
You ready? Because I failed doing the whole announcement last week.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just couldn't do it.
She couldn't do it.
I couldn't.
It sucked.
So be ready.
All right, here we go.
Okay. And now it's time for the news.
Yay. See, that's what we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Yeah, we did.
Good job, Dave.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I think he was disappointed in me all week because of my lack of oomph on it, like you have.
Oh,
like, God, she's just not an announcer.
Probably.
Good thing she doesn't know how to cook either.
It can't get much more disappointing.
No, we're all good with that.
Sorry, don't kick me with that lone foot that you got there. You can barely see it. It's just off the frame.
I'm not going to
see a lot of the foot today.
Yeah, probably. I'll move the camera over
a little further away from me. Get it out of my reach. Okay, so the news is.
So the news is. Oh, let me bring up the news here. So first in the news, because we got to talk about this first. The pedal movie is out. Janae slept through the majority of it. It's
It is 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
What?
On
pedals?
Yeah.
Man.
It's a great
It's
sleep
like
aid.
It is.
If you don't like pedals or
don't understand a lot behind it, that'd be me.
Right.
Oh man. I was thinking it's a half hour, 45 minutes on pedals. That's what I was thinking. But
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, this
is like a motion picture.
It's actually
it's very detailed.
I thought it was really, really, really good. They did it.
Really?
It was a good job.
Yeah, it was, and it was
thorough.
It was nostalgic the way they filmed it, and put the clips together. The parts I did see,
right?
Yeah, I do recall seeing.
Right, and it was pretty. I thought it was pretty amazing. Just I don't know. I find that geeky stuff just kind of cool.
Yeah, you like all that.
It makes you want to just buy a freaking box and some circuits and start
making
soldering stuff together and see what you get. I mean, it really does. It seems it's so cool how this all evolved, and where it is today. I mean, there's thousands of pedal makers, and in the end credits of the movie, it rolls through, and there's pictures on either side, and they're all pedal makers, little ones that you've never heard of before. Just dudes in their basement making pedals.
Nice.
And they basically said, it doesn't really matter if you're going to sell them and make a lot of money, or you're just making them for yourself, or you're just making them for your friends or your family or whatever, and just giving them out. It's the enjoyment of creating those different sounds and those different, artistic kind of things that you're doing, and it was pretty cool too that they said, and I'm just going to paraphrase because I don't know the actual, I'm not going to quote, but the beginning of the movie, there was like a quote pretty much that said, without effects, the guitar would have gone the way of like the violin or something back in the early days. It's like nobody would have paid much attention.
It just had the one kind of sound to it,
right? But because of those pioneers, the Jimi Hendrixes and of the world and all that, it's like, geez, look what they did with guitar, or just like cranking that volume all the way to 10 to get that saturation and that kind of distorted sound that they did early on. It's like, or slashing a speaker or whatever, you know what I mean? Like doing stuff to their equipment to make it, like cool. So very cool, but it is it's a long haul to get to the end of it, but it's really,
I haven't seen it yet. I still want to see it.
It's really good. It's very informative.
Do it during daylight hours, not after you've been outside working.
Yeah, I'll tell you, get it on Google Play. It's $10.
Yeah.
On Voodoo, it's like $11.99 or something. You can also get it on iTunes. I'm not sure exactly how much it is there, but the cheapest way that we could watch the only way we could watch it was either Voodoo or Google Play, and the Google Play one was cheaper, so we did it that way.
Yeah, we bought it because it was only like $6 more to buy it rather than just rent it.
Yeah, but
so now that we own it,
I buy them.
Now that we own it, I could actually watch it, in pieces maybe, and stay awake.
Yeah,
right.
So there you go.
Yeah, but there's so
we should watch it next week.
Right. Yeah.
Pop a little corn.
Yeah.
There's so much there, and it's really cool. It is really cool.
Yeah.
So, I highly recommend you guys check it out.
It's worth the purchase. Okay.
I thought so, and it's great to look back on too, and just kind of check it out. I mean, I'm scrolling through it here on the channel, just But yeah, it's really worth checking out. It was, it's good.
And I think one of the things, even though, like I said, slept through it, is it's inspirational that you can make such a difference just with the smallest start.
Right.
So
yeah,
I think that was like one of the big things behind it too.
Right.
You wouldn't really think, hey, make this little thing with a button and a knob, and we'll do something small, and now look at them.
Well, and what was the one guy? I forget. Like, I'd had to watch it a few more times to get all the nuances of it. But the one guy built a pedal, and he was like, this is, it's got all this stuff in it, and he was selling it for like, what was it, like $300 or $200 or something like that. And the guy's like, oh, this is never gonna sell, And the guy's like, well, just take it on consignment or something, and see how it goes. And he was like, it was like really soon after they sold it to Def Leppard.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
The guy's like, can't believe this, stuff I'm making in my basement is getting played by these great
big bands.
Stuff.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
So it's pretty neat how stuff just takes off like that.
That is really cool.
Yeah. So
keep dreaming.
And the cool thing with that too that came out, and I heard this before from Brian Wampler from the Chasing Tone podcast. I haven't listened in a while, but because I don't really drive that far to work. So
at all. Drive.
Yeah.
At all.
So but anyway, on his podcast he had mentioned a few times how the and how the industry, the pedal industry, they all kind of work together. Like they'll bounce ideas off each other or say, hey, where'd you source that chip from, this company or this oh no, get it from this company, it's way cheaper or something. It's
not like the vicious competition.
Right. And he's like, it's really unusual. I mean, they're all in business to make money.
Yeah.
But they all just have this kind of community within that, they all work kind of close together, cool. And they all know each other, and it's kind of cool. It's really neat. It almost seems like one of those things you want to be a part of, but you're not. But we're not.
It's the cool kids.
Yeah. So anyway, very cool movie. You guys need to check it out, and I think it's worth supporting too. Yeah. Why not? It's produced by Reverb, and so it's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. So,
all right. Awesome.
So Dave.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let me bring up.
Yeah, I have a story on. Well, whatever you have up. Yeah, just tell me what. Okay. I can't really see you in real time.
Oh yeah,
I can't really see what you're doing.
We'll go with the Alice Cooper story here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's. Yeah. So anyway, this story's about Alice Cooper. He's got a really interesting past. He's been around a lot longer than I thought. I knew he was around in the 70s and things like that, in the 80s, of course, and today. But I didn't know how far back he went in music. And apparently, he had some really famous mentors as far as his vices go. So this one is all about Jimi Hendrix before Hendrix, made it big. He gave Alice Cooper his first joint. And so awesome. Jimi Hendrix introduced him to drugs. And right around the same time, he was also friends with Jim Morrison from The Doors.
Oh, wow.
And they used to hang out together all the time. Yeah, he was, Alice Cooper was part of the group that hung out with Jim Morrison. And Jim Morrison taught him how to drink. So,
oh, wow. Wow, there you go.
Unbelievable. See, I didn't think he was around then.
Yeah.
At least as somebody people would know.
Maybe he was just a little kid that hung around. No.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. He's kind of an old guy now.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he is. Yeah, he is. I didn't think he. And they all thought he had a lot of potential and things like that. As a matter of fact, I think he released his first album before Morrison died. So Morrison got to see, Alice Cooper become Alice Cooper.
Oh, and that's cool.
I just wonder. I would have loved to have seen what he thought of it.
Yeah, maybe he never liked him. He couldn't drink.
Yeah, maybe. yeah. He drinks, but he's a jerk.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's cool.
Yeah. When he first smoked that first joint with Hendrix, he said they were sitting on a bed in a hotel room, and Hendrix put a quarter in. Right, there was like 10 people sitting on the bed. He put a quarter in. It was a vibrating bed, so he put a quarter in the bed, and the whole bed started vibrating. And Hendrix told him, he said, "Yeah, it's like being on a spaceship." And then Alice Cooper looked at him and he was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Okay. Here it is, right here.
Fascinating.
Vibrating bed, of course. There had to be
of course there would be, right?
Oh man! Remember those hotel rooms though? They had...
No.
Oh, I remember them.
Yeah,
we were in one.
Yeah, we were.
I can't. Was it in Florida maybe or something?
In Orlando when we were a little kid. Rooms that
wow.
My dad would get for cheap.
Oh, Dad. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh God. Yeah,
Oh,
amazing.
All right.
little
Here I am mid
Alice Cooper news.
All right, very good. So I'm just going to close these out as we go so I can keep them organized.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's a good one. Okay. So Victory V4 the Kraken Class D 180 watt plus 2 notes cab sim built in.
that was the news I saw.
Was it? Okay.
Something about a Kraken.
Yeah, 2 notes is kind of taking it all the way here. They're in everything these days, it seems. Yeah. The Rev that I have, this thing, they're just showing up everywhere. So, which is very
Look
cool.
at the knobs.
A lot of knobs.
A lot of knobs.
A lot of knobs. Well, it's like an amp. It's a 2-channel amp. So let's talk about it. The pedal is a Class D 180 watt powerhouse with a tube preamp section and 2 notes cab sim. This behemoth of an amp looks like all the best of the Kraken series of amp heads, but in a pedal, which is very cool. It's driven by a single EC900 and a trio of CV414 tubes, and then feeds a Class D 180 watt solid state power amp. Victory V4 the Kraken pedal isn't messing around. There you go. Has 2 gain stages. Gain 1 is more of a vintage British sounding half, while gain 2 is voiced for tighter bass response and referred to as American gain tone. So there's a bass middle treble along with a master volume and 2 gain 1 2 knobs. You have plenty of great amp tones. There's a digital reverb and 6 cab sim presets. The 2 notes torpedo embedded Dyne IR virtual cabinet technology allows you to load 6 presets using a software editor on your computer. So it's basically the same software editor that I haven't talked about. I haven't made a video yet, but I'm going to on the Rev. And it's basically a 2 note remote application that basically you can control everything with the 2 note stuff remotely. And on this, it's through the computer on the USB port. On the Rev, you can do it via USB on the computer. You can also do it via Bluetooth. So this obviously doesn't have that, but it's basically the same thing. So it has XLR balanced output for the cab sim part. You can also feed the cab sim. Let's see. Oh gosh, I already said that. It also has a series effects loop on the back, letting you integrate your external effects easily. It has a dedicated 9-volt DC power out for powering those effects. So you can just plug in your power right into that to power all your effects units as well, which is very cool. Amplifier delivers a maximum 180 watts via 4 ohms. So like with me, I have a 16 ohm or speakers in my cabinet, so I would be basically at 45 watts at that point. So you just kind of got to do the math. At 8 ohms, you're going to get 90 watts out of it, and with 16 ohms, 45 watts. So yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. Here's a picture of that. So you can pre-order this. It's available now to pre-order in the U.S. It's going to set you back $1,000.
Wow.
So it's not cheap. But it sounds great, and you can check out some videos. Rabia Masad is a Victory artist and Kraken collaborator, so he's been using those amps for a while. He's done this stuff before with them in collaboration with them, and yeah, so you can and the presets were created by him. The 6 presets that are on the unit, so it's very cool. So you can go ahead and check it out and check out Victory Amplification for more info.
All right.
Nice.
Release the Kraken.
Release the Kraken. Yeah. Very cool. That looks pretty awesome, actually, because I like those compact kind of pedal sized amp stuff, especially with the tubes and everything. That's pretty cool. So
pretty nifty.
Awesome.
Nifty. All right, Dave. What's let's go with the is that the only one? Yeah, the Ozzy one that you have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here's some Ozzy Osbourne news. This was kind of a little unusual. Well, pretty much everything with Ozzy is a little unusual, but with this, I had no idea about any of this stuff. So Ozzy Osbourne was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, this was April 6th when this happened. I had to mention it because it's so weird. But
Yeah.
so anyway, he's in the WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment, I guess they're called now. Used to be the WWF and all this kind of stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan, all that stuff. You know, so if you're into wrestling and stuff, which we were like 35 years ago, maybe. Anyway, Ozzy's being inducted into the Hall of Fame for I don't know exactly why. Let me see here. He's
What did he do?
He's not a wrestler. He's like a celebrity. He's been on wrestling quite a few times.
Yeah.
You know, on the
Just his little
throughout the years.
things like throughout the years. So because he made so many appearances, people like the other people that are in there, people like Mr. T, Snoop Dogg, Drew Carey, Kid Rock, Donald Trump.
What?
He's in there.
He was in a bunch of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Too.
Yeah,
Drew
just
Carey?
ridiculous stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, Drew Carey. Yeah, can you imagine? So anyway, they're putting Ozzy in too because he's been there for. He must be a big fan, I guess. You know, why else would he do all this stuff?
Yeah.
So he's now the newest member of the WWE Hall of Fame. So
Nice.
if you run into Ozzy, you know, in either Los Angeles or London, pat him on the back and good job, Oz.
WrestleMania, congratulations.
There you go. You know.
Oh,
So,
wow.
I thought that was interesting.
If you look at the picture down in the bottom of that article there, they have the Hall of Fame for 2020 too.
Yeah.
And if you look down there and kind of like the bottom right part of that picture.
Yeah. I can't see it. So
Here.
Oh, that one, yeah. Yeah, that picture. Yeah.
Who's that guy down there who's getting inducted in there?
bottom right.
Our good old buddy Bill Shatner.
No way.
William Shatner.
Oh, it is Bill Shatner.
Oh,
my
in the
God,
center.
it is.
You said the
No,
bottom.
in the bottom right. Well, here on the 2020 Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
William Shatner is on
Wow.
there.
Oh my God.
Sir Slow Talker singer.
Yeah, excellent slow talker musician. There.
Wow.
Oh, you can get the commemorative
notice.
T-shirt.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh man, we should get our T-shirts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gonna
wear it on
be,
every podcast.
Oh, when
Yeah.
did this come out?
April 6th, he said.
Oh, April 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, darn. Because that's
By the way, happy May, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Totally forgot that.
Yeah, that's right. May 2nd, I guess now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mother's Day
God,
coming
it's hard to
up.
believe. I know. We gotta
Y'all
figure
got
out
1
something for that.
week.
Maybe we'll get her the T-shirt.
There you go.
Yeah.
She'd
There you
love it.
go. She'd love it.
She was looking for new tops when I took her shopping yesterday.
Nice.
I'm sure she would
Yeah.
love that.
Sorry, I'm still looking at the
That's okay.
news story there.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah. They have a bunch of videos of when Ozzy was on there at the bottom of that article, so you can go through and watch all the different
Different times of
different
made an
ones.
appearance.
Yeah.
Which we will be today. You know what I mean? I'm
most
gonna be
likely.
watching.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh,
Most
my God.
likely. Oh, jeez.
Oh,
All right. So that's good. All right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Our next article is from Gear News, and this is Fender Squire rolls out a new FSR Classic Vibe 60s Esquire models with double bound bodies and a single Alnico pickup. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say that 5 times.
Yeah. Looks pretty cool. Let's see. So what do these have? Let's see. They're available in has a NATO body, NATO. I'm not even sure what that is.
NATO.
Comes in sunburst, Lake Placid blue, and black finishes. As they are 60s models, each has a bound body and back, which I think looks really nice. That's the article, not me talking. I like Lake Placid blue color in the Esquires. Just looks fantastic. It looks really good. Let's see, the C profile maple neck have a 9.5 inch radius Indian laurel fingerboard with 21 tall narrow nickel frets. Necks are finished in a vintage tinted gloss that fits right in with the 60s aesthetic. The logo mimics that era as well. So there you go. Has that single pickup. via a 3-way switch plus a single volume and tone control. Those 3 positions are normally wired as pickup straight out with no tone control, pickup via the tone control, and finally the pickup via a fixed capacitor for a faux neck pickup tone. Yeah, the hardware is nickel plated throughout and fits the overall vibe of the instrument. You get a traditional 60s style 3 steel saddle strung through the body bridge. The 60s saddles are threaded, so the strings stay in place easily. Let's see. That's about it, I think. So yeah, and then inside those, underneath the pick guard there on those Squires, should be a spot for another pickup underneath the pick guard too.
Surprise.
Yeah, so a lot of the Esquires had that. So kind of like the Brad Paisley Esquire has that pickup underneath the bridge, underneath the pick guard there. So you can get that and probably retrofit this one with that if you wanted to. And so for the bargain price of, they're only 389 euros, which is what, about $500 or less?
Somewhere around there. Yeah.
So not expensive at all, and they look pretty darn good. There's that. Awesome.
Blue.
Yeah. That's really cool. And it has that binding on there too. Looks good.
Yeah.
All right. So that is that article.
Very nice.
Yeah. So go pick one up if you have the means.
Exactly.
Let's see. Let me get out of that one. Let me bring up your next one. Looks like a Megadeth article.
Oh yeah, on David Lesson. Yeah. So anyway, so David Lesson, who is the longtime bass player for Megadeth, is going to be announcing a Bass Chronicles Storyteller concert series. We have 4 shows across the eastern Midwest part of the United States. Wow. Each of them would be presented as a chronological set filled with songs and stories spanning David's legendary career, along with some deep cuts that have rarely or never been performed live. So the dates are going to be in Pittsburgh, a place called the Craft House, on September 23rd. These are all in September. It looks like doing one a day here. Wow. September 23rd in Pittsburgh, 24th in Akron, Ohio, 25th in Marietta, Ohio, and the 26th in Richmond, Indiana. So, yeah, check it out. So we'll be featuring, of course, a lesson, Andre Van Schott on vocals, drummer Christian Opus Lawrence on drums, guitarist Dave Sharp, and Drew Fortier. So he's going to be going through different songs and tell you the story about them. And,
that's cool.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, so that should be interesting. It's going to be like a VIP dinner and all this kind of stuff. And so, yeah, so you can go to a lesson. Yeah. So if you want more information on the events, including VIP dinner purchases with Dave himself, it can be found at www.alessonstore.com. So check that out. And yeah, so it could be interesting, especially if you're a bass player, which I think there's like 4 of us left. Out there.
And you like food. No.
And you like food. Perfect thing for me. But so anyway, so check it out. And like you said, it's going to be in September, late September. So if you're in that area, the Pittsburgh, Ohio, Indiana area, check it out if you get a chance. Sounds like a lot of fun.
Cool.
Wonder how he picked those places.
I don't know. I was wondering that too. Why there?
I mean, is that
like, I wonder if he's from that area, maybe?
Yeah, is it some kind of historical value to him personally?
Yeah, could be. It doesn't really say why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good point, though. I don't know why.
Maybe he'll tell them.
Yeah, maybe
during
he's like
the storytelling thing.
Yeah, or maybe he's just from that area and it's easy to get to all those places or something. Maybe he's played there before.
He's played,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be.
It's interesting. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So check that out. Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, different.
Yeah. Let's see, where am I at? Gosh, I got so much crap to cover here. Let's see. Crap.
Crap?
It's all good
Wow.
stuff, man.
Tell us some
It's all good
crap,
stuff.
John.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. Let's stick on the Squire thing because we got more news there. So, Squire FRS Bullet Competition Mustang, the HSS Strat, and the classic Vibe 60s Custom Telly.
Yeah.
So, along with the
What's up
Esquire.
with that stripe on that one?
That's
On the baby blue one.
That's that Bullet Mustang.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw that on
Like
the
an orange stripe.
thing I was doing yesterday.
Looks pretty cool. I like it. Maybe
Starting
that's the
to put one
classic
up.
thing. Or no, it's a great looking new Bullet competition. Maybe that's the competition racing stripe thing.
Ah.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
I have no
Like
idea.
a car, maybe.
Yeah. So Fender and Squire FSR Fender Special Run models, which that FSR stands for, are all limited releases. What's really nice about these new FSR models is the color palette for each model. So let's see. The Bullet Competition Mustang is fitted out with racing stripes. Well, that I think looks rather fetching. I didn't say that. The article.
Oh,
I gotta stop
like,
reading
wow.
exactly what the article says. You can get this model in either Daphne blue or with orange stripes, or black with shoreline gold stripes.
I'd probably do the black.
Yeah.
Not too sure about the blue and orange.
Yeah, then there's two hardtail HSS Stratocasters in either seafoam green model or the two-tone sunburst finishes. I'm not a fan of the sunburst finish at all. I just don't like it. I think because
I never did either.
I think my first guitar was that Sears one that I got when I was a little kid.
Oh yeah,
and that was that two-tone sunburst thing.
Yeah, too generic for you.
Yeah,
Reminds you of your childhood.
Yeah,
Traumatic.
Wish I would have kept. I wish I would have kept that thing.
I know.
Yeah.
And my first bass, remember that white one I had?
Oh yeah,
which I think was a Sears one too. I think.
Yeah.
I wish I still had that too.
I know.
Although the thing was horrible.
Oh yeah.
Strings were like 4 feet off the neck and everything else.
Right. Yeah. Oh yeah.
But still, it was like my first bass. My
right.
first guitar
Oh
of any kind. And
right. Yeah, because that guitar I
still
had that bridge on it where it was just like a metal plate. It was kind of curved, and you put the strings up underneath it and locked in.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
Yeah, and it was such a short scale kind of. It looked like a mini guitar kind of. It was weird. Anyway,
well,
that
it was
was
from
tiny.
Sears.
Yeah.
So that's our whole talk about sunburst finishes and a trip down memory lane there.
That's right. Well, we're damaged because of that first one.
Yeah.
That's why we don't like it
That first guitar experience. You know what? You guys should chime in on like the comment section of this video when it gets posted to YouTube and let us know what your first guitar was.
Oh yeah.
And if it sucked or was
cool.
it, it's really going to suck because most people are probably going to come out there and say, "Oh, mine was a Les Paul Deluxe, 60s, something, like
it's like get off the channel."
I know, yeah, just stop, man.
Aww.
You needed like a 2x4 with some, string on
Well,
it.
my first guitar
with a microphone.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Who was the guy that did like guitar lessons and sold the book along with an acoustic guitar?
Oh, Bell May or Mel Bay or
Mel
something.
Bay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
That
that's.
doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, that's. I
don't
remember
know.
that though, Dave. Yeah.
But my dad
Yeah, remember those?
got
Yeah.
me like the little book of how to learn to play acoustic guitar
Oh, cool.
and a guitar with a case and everything.
Right,
And
right.
I was really unappreciative because I could not play it. And none of my friends played guitar, so I had
It was
no
really
one
difficult to really bounce it
Yeah.
off of. See, we had our next door neighbors played all sorts of instruments. They were guitar and drums and stuff. And so
Yeah, they
think that
really got
helps
us into it,
people.
didn't they?
yeah, so it helps to have people that
actually have the same interest or desire to.
Mhm.
Yeah. I had nobody around.
and with me
that
and Dave,
wanted
we
to.
both were really interested in music when we were young. So it made sense.
Yeah.
It's because of all those Engelbert Humperdinck albums.
Yeah, right. That we had to sit through.
Aw.
Yeah. Keep having to put that track back on again on the turntable. Don't scratch it.
I don't have any spare needles.
Yeah, Captain and Tennille.
Oh, jeez.
That was funny.
Oh my god.
All right, so let's keep going here. So Fender's also adding 2 classic Vibe 60s custom Telecasters in candy apple green and candy tangerine finishes. And that's the 2 that you're seeing there in that green and tangerine.
In the middle.
They look fantastic. I think they look great. Those are two really good colors.
Yeah.
I'm kind of partial to that.
Tangerine.
I know. I was going to say that. It looks cool, man.
It does look cool.
There's some more close-ups of the two bullet ones there. It's the two HSS Strats.
Look at the black one. That's cool with the stripe. That's different.
The black with the gold. Yeah, that looks kind of cool.
See, I would rather do that than the blue and the orange.
I don't know though. I'd probably go blue-orange.
I wish the blue was a little bit darker.
It's just weird.
Kind of like, I wish the blue was a little darker, but that's all right.
Yeah.
The seafoam green there looks pretty good on that HSS though. I do kind of like that.
Yeah.
But look at that. Look at that tangerine, man. That looks good.
I know. That is a nice looking guitar, man.
But whoever thought of candy apple green though? That's kind of cool too.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all nice except for the
sunburst.
Gives
you nightmares, right?
Eyesore there. It's
exactly, yeah. That's a little psychological issue between John and I. But
yeah, for only 149 pounds or euros though, you can just sand that down and repaint it to whatever you want.
That's true. Erase that memory.
Yeah. Which is weird because that is 10 pounds more, or what? 15 pounds.
Probably
more
because
expensive.
It's more classically,
or euros, I should say,
purchased.
It's probably
rather than the fancy.
It's probably harder to finish, I guess.
Yeah. You figure it's multiple colors that they're blending.
Still looks like shit.
Cut them some slack.
Thanks for the effort, but it's not like
it's not good. Yeah, whatever. All right, so there's that. Let's get out of this now. Wow, we just butchered everybody who really loves a two-tone sunburst finish is unsubscribing as we speak. So.
I know. I was going to say we're probably losing fans left and right
here. Oh well.
Oh well.
Yeah, go to that other YouTube channel, Sunbursts Are Us, or something. All right, you got some Kiss news there, Dave.
Yes, I do. Yeah, there's a new Kiss documentary that's coming out on Netflix, and so now there's a couple parts to this. So, wait a second, let me see. Yeah, it's going to be called "Shout It Out Loud," and so Netflix has picked this up, and so that should be really interesting. It was done in cooperation with both Gene and Paul, so it's going to be pretty authentic, as opposed to another one that's wondering or what's going to be out. So I'll discuss that one too briefly. But so this one's going to be, it's all about their entire history. From Gene Simmons starting about age 12, he was a Orthodox Jew from Israel who came here to the States, and and then of course Paul Stanley, and with his his whole persona and how they came up with these personas and stuff for Kiss, and so it should be really interesting. It goes all through the history of it. So
wow,
so look for that.
So it looks like, according to this, it says it's going to be reportedly akin to the recent Queen movie Bohemian Rhapsody. Yeah, so it's more like a movie documentary kind of thing than an actual documentary. Yeah. So they're gonna have people playing Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, or
that's what I heard. Yeah, that's what I heard. So they were consulted on this, sort of like The Dirt, I guess, with Motley Crue, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it's gonna be sort of like that. So look for that. That should be pretty cool. That's gonna be on Netflix.
Oh, cool.
And then there's another story. It didn't exactly say when that was either. Let me see.
I think I got it. Hang on.
When's that coming out?
Hang on, let me Kisstory. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's another one. That's another one.
Darn it.
That's an A&E biography.
Well, we'll talk about that. Different. We'll talk about that one next.
Yeah. So this one is it's gonna be the Netflix. Let me see. It's gonna be called "Shout It Out Loud." Is what this one's gonna be called.
Right.
Yeah. So they're working on that. I think I want to say like June or July or something. I don't know. But
I
they
don't
may
know.
just be
They're
starting too.
Yeah, they're not.
So
According to this article that you had anyway, it says that they're close to closing a deal on the film. So I don't even know if they've shot it yet, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. They're probably just in the
planning stages or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe sometime next year. But I thought that was pretty cool. That should be neat.
Wow.
Kiss is one of the few bands. I mean, they've done The Doors. They've done Motley Crue. But they never did Kiss. I mean, Kiss is
Kiss is
such an important
iconic,
band.
and that's one of those things that you've heard a lot of stories about it.
Maybe they
stuff,
didn't want their story out there yet.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
They've never been like really obnoxious about who they are.
They've had a bunch of kind of documentary-ish kind of stuff that they did.
Yeah.
Like, their story kind of thing, but it'd be just kind of neat to see, kind of like they did with The Dirt, or
never watched it.
Well, you probably don't want to.
No, I don't. Based on what you guys said,
they didn't cut anything out of that. I mean, they should have probably. Well, no, they didn't. They didn't want to clean it up, I guess. But it is what it is.
The story, though. It is what it is.
Yeah. But I don't think Kiss was really in that same.
No.
Kind of. Yeah, they were probably not that great. As in that era,
super partying.
But they were earlier too. They weren't kids in the 80s coming up. You know what I mean? They were already established by that time when all that stuff was going on. I don't know how it was in the 70s. True. They were probably more mellow,
probably,
than the guys were in the 80s. So I don't know. Maybe we'll be surprised.
Maybe we will be.
Yeah.
We'll have to see.
And we'll find out a little bit more with this next article that we alluded to.
Yes.
Kiss is going to air their biography, Kisstory, this June.
On A&E.
On A&E, yeah.
Yeah.
On June 27th
cool.
and 28th. It's a 4-hour biography.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Two parts.
I'll get a good nap in.
Yeah, June 27th and June 28th on A&E. Is directed by DJ Viola and was Leslie Grief, who also worked with Gene Simmons on his Gene Simmons Family Jewels reality TV show. Yeah, so there you go. Let's see. According to Ultimate Classic Rock, biography Kisstory includes interviews with Kiss members Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer, ex-band manager Doc McGee, producer Bob Ezrin, and Kiss fans like Dave Grohl and Tom Morello. Fortunately, Kiss guitarist Paul Stanley also approves of the film. There you go.
They do a great job. I don't know if you've seen the biography stuff, on
A&E,
on the rock and roll things, and on A&E. They do a great job with it.
Yeah,
they did one on Motley Crue, of course, Ozzy. So they're finally getting around to Kiss, and again, it just goes to show. It's like, why has it taken this long? But
right.
I would have loved this 10, 15 15 years ago.
Yeah. No
kidding. And I'll love it now too. Don't get me wrong, but man, just way overdue.
Yeah. So it's gonna air starting Sunday, June 27th at 9/8 Central, and on A&E. So
there you go.
Check it out. That looks awesome. I love little Kiss history.
It's so cool.
It's good stuff.
Gonna do your little face paint and put on your spandex and high heels.
Just sit in front of the TV with my 10-year-old son looking at me like, what a dork.
Dad, what is wrong with you?
We'll be putting our size 12s into Janae's high heels, for the authentic experience there.
I hate to ruin it for you, but I only have one pair of boots that has any kind of heels on it, so you're going to have to fight over them. You can each wear one.
And we got to get the Sharpie. You got to get the Sharpie on there to blacken it up a little bit more.
No, they're crushed velvet, so.
Okay.
Yeah, don't put marker on them.
Oh, okay.
They're my funeral boots.
They're your funeral boots.
Sorry, that's all they ever get worn for. It
seems. Everything you got to dress up for. Boots. Yeah,
that's it.
All right, Dave, you got one more Motley Crue article here.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, so it's this will be a very short one. Motley Crue. This is as of April 24th.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on April 24th, Motley Crue played their very first concert 40 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was at the Starwood Club in Hollywood, which is no longer there. I think it's a parking lot now. The Starwood. That's where Randy Rhoads got discovered at the Starwood. You know, they were the house band. You know, Quiet Riot was the house band there.
Wow.
And yeah, so they played exactly 40 years ago today, April 24th, 1981. They played their first gig at the Starwood there.
Wow.
So that was the start of Motley Crue.
Jeez.
And yeah, and they had Vince Neil. They had guitarist Greg Leone at the time, vocalist and guitarist, with Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee, and then they got Mick Mars and Vince Neil. So the modern band started, you know, on the 24th of April of '81.
Yeah.
But yeah, Greg Leone was the original guitarist and vocalist with
Wow.
Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee. That was the original Motley Crue.
Wow.
So interesting. I didn't know that. So pretty cool.
That is kind of crazy. Jeez.
That wasn't in dirt, was it?
Yeah, really.
Yeah, they kind of picked up right, and that must have been that
Right after,
transition.
yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Good
cool
deal.
stuff.
All right. Let's see. So I'll pick one more since we're getting a little long time here. Let's see. I got to pick a good one to go on with here. Oh man, I really want to do that one. Let's see. Do I have any? Oh, real quick. I think did we talk about the Jimi Hendrix amp that was for sale on?
Well, I know we talked about it upstairs.
Oh, maybe not. I got to do two.
Okay.
So here's this one right here. One of Jimi Hendrix's Marshall Super Leads is up for sale on Reverb, and the asking price of $350,000. Yeah.
Sure.
So it was used live across the summer of 1969. And let's see, is there anything else to show? Not really. But anyway, it was, they said Reverb reported that 21 people have put the amp in their carts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anybody can put anything in their cart.
Put it in my cart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just say you did.
Yeah, the amp has a JHEXP stenciled on it in several places, as well as handled with care. The Marshall logo on its face is mainly intact, with a small chip taken out of the corner of the M. So the JHEXP stands for Jimi Hendrix Experience, and they did have on one article I read that had a whole bunch of his amp. He had more than
lots.
one. He had lots of these, and they all had that stenciled on the side, so it looks pretty legit. And
let's see. 350 grand.
Yeah, it's a lot. But if we go over to the site here, it has been suspended, the listing.
Oh, okay.
So it has not sold. It's been suspended for right now. So yeah, not sure exactly why, but
Really have to verify it.
Yeah, maybe there's been some questions on the authenticity of it or something.
Or was it stolen?
I don't know.
Oh.
But there you can kind of see some pictures. I'm just scrolling through some pictures of it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's like a kind of a piece of history there. Does it turn on? Does it play? Who knows? So there's a little M piece that's missing out of the...
I still got probably the original vacuum tubes in it too.
Who knows? I don't know.
Okay, next story.
Okay.
You're running out of time.
Sorry, I'm running out of time.
Stop staring at the pictures.
All right, hang on. I got to get out of here. Yeah, we could lose ourselves in doing this stuff. Let's see. What did I want to talk about? No, that's boring. Oh, that's boring. No. All right, let's talk about... We'll end it with some fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
All right.
And who's better at fake news in the guitar world than our buddy Mr. Ted Nugent?
All right.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy. Yeah, he's back again, and he's now saying that on masks and COVID protection. Now, we all know that Ted Nugent has been a staunch disbeliever in this whole COVID-19 thing and protection and all that stuff for COVID and everything. So Ted Nugent revealed that he tested positive for COVID-19 right now. It's funny because Nugent spent a lot of time being one of the leading pandemic skeptics out there, asking simple questions like why the country didn't shut down for COVID 1 through 18.
Yeah.
Because he's an idiot. There was no COVID 1 through 18.
Yeah.
COVID-19 is based
on the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to get into it because if you don't know, then you need to inform yourself. In fact, there's even a super cut of him saying uninformed things about the virus, so we all know that. In his weekly web stream, Nugent offered an update on his condition. He noted during the early onset of the coronavirus experience, I was never so scared in my life. After talking about the few rough days where he was bedridden, he made sure that his fans understood that he's doubling down on his previous statements and even used language typically used by pro-choice activists to encourage people not to wear masks. Saying, everybody out there, stand your ground. Do not compromise. Make a choice. Your body, your choice. I don't believe the masks work. I think that's a scam. I wouldn't trust the vaccine. Nobody can tell you what's in it. If you want to take the vaccine. But you should know the facts that people who have taken the vaccine have been tested positive after taking the vaccine. Well, no shit. Oh. Sorry, but
Bleep.
I'm tired of this.
I know.
You can still get the virus after getting the vaccine. The
just
fact
like
of the matter is, just like the flu, the fact is nobody has died after getting the vaccine and contracting the virus.
Yeah.
Your symptoms will be less. You may still be pretty sick, but you're not going to die, at least not so far.
Or be hospitalized.
Or be hospitalized, right.
Yeah.
So, it just pisses me off. Anyway, people that wear masks and social distance have been tested after wearing masks and social distancing, and they've been tested positive. So make your own choice. This is what Ted's saying, right? So Ted the idiot, just a reminder to everybody, the CDC has said that nearly 100 million Americans who have been vaccinated, about 6,000 have tested positive for coronavirus, and they were asymptomatic to mild symptoms at worst. The point of the vaccine is that you won't die or have it so bad that you're sitting in a tub for 2 weeks like old Nuge here. And the whole point of social and masks and social distancing is that they greatly reduce the risk of contracting the virus.
Yeah.
Much like if someone is peeing on you and you
I
have
love that
pants
one.
on, it greatly reduces the chances of pee getting on your leg. But there's still a possibility of pee getting on your leg.
Right.
Good God.
Yep.
Nugent using the My Body, My Choice line is extra rich considering all the things he said about abortion and pro-choice activists in 2013 when Nugent said abortion, not guns, is what's eliminating the inner city population.
Yeah.
But your body, your choice doesn't apply there. So, just ask Ted. He'll explain it to you, I'm sure.
And you won't get it.
Yeah.
It still won't make any sense to you. But anyway.
And just because they want to throw some shade at old Ted during this article here, just as a reminder, when Ted Nugent was 30 years old, he's got his underage girlfriend's parents to grant his guardianship over her so he wouldn't get arrested.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for rape.
He is a model citizen.
What an idiot.
He really is.
So, for any Ted Nugent fans, I apologize, I guess, but you shouldn't probably be a Ted Nugent fan.
You can like his music. If you like his music.
If you like his music, that's fine. But as a person, he's an idiot. Scumbag.
And that's our opinion.
No question.
Yeah.
To each their own.
I couldn't believe when I saw that either.
Yeah.
I was like, God, it serves him so right.
I know it does.
For all the people that he put in danger and could have killed with his advice, and probably did kill. And he'll never know who they were or anything else. But just the crap that he spews and the danger that he's putting people in. It just serves him right. I mean, I don't know how else to put it.
Right.
Karma.
Yep.
Karma.
Yeah.
And so if you see this guy walking around your grocery store or something without a mask on, just punch him in the face. I'm sure the authorities will forgive you for that.
Let's not encourage violence.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's true.
But I probably
calm down. I know you
I still want to do it.
You probably have to get in line, but
oh my god!
Feel free, Ted, to dial in any time and explain your point of view. We'd love to hear it.
No, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to deal with this.
We'll even play Cat Scratch Fever for you if you give us the rights to do that.
The rights to do it.
Sue us.
We'll play it for you. Yeah, you definitely would after this. Probably.
Yeah, we don't want to be sued. story about Twisted Sister.
Nobody listens to this anymore.
Oh, somebody does. We got blocked, remember?
Yeah, that's true. So with all that said, no, really, we don't condone violence on here.
No.
Just
we're just joking around.
we're
Just be smart.
Yeah. But
that's it.
Ted,
be smart.
just stop being an idiot, man. I mean, you are a person of great influence to a lot of people, and just be responsible.
Be responsible.
You know?
Yeah, please. I mean, don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, just do what's right.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
But on a better note, Twisted Sister won that lawsuit against that Australian dude.
They did.
$1.2 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
or
the
1.8 or 1.2?
1.2, I think.
1.2 million. Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy used their "We're Not Gonna Take It" song without copyright permissions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Go Twisted.
Yeah. Go Twisted Sister.
Fight for your right, man.
Go D.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that wraps it up, right?
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So thank you everybody for watching. If anybody did watch, I don't even know if we've had. Let me see if I can bring it up.
It said to watching.
Oh, and that's you and Dave.
Me and Dave.
Me and Jeanette.
Yep.
There you go.
Somebody liked it. Who liked it? Did you like it, Dave?
Not this particular one. No, I don't know who did that.
I didn't push it.
Oh.
I didn't push it either.
We've got one like.
We got one like. Yay.
So somebody else must have been on here.
Yeah.
So how could they like it and not watch it?
Well, because it's
just showing right now.
It's showing right now, so you can like it as you're watching. So I guess somebody liked it enough
and then left.
I can leave.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the rant about Ted Nugent that threw him off. So I apologize for that rant, but it had to be done. So if you have any comments, questions, if you're Ted Nugent and want to chime in, you can do so at guitarsandgear19@gmail.com or leave a comment on the YouTube video.
Keep it
clean.
Let us
know what you like and don't like. You can keep it clean if you want, whatever. If you want to support us, you can do so. You can watch this because it's going to be posted on YouTube, or you can listen to this on our podcast. And our host for podcast is Podbean. So you can go to guitarsandgear.podbean.com, listen to all of our podcasts there, or wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you want to become somebody who wants to support us, be a supporter.
Yeah.
Go to patreon.com/guitarsandgear, and you can join for only $2 a month. And we'll try to get other content out there, but we need somebody to subscribe first.
Yeah.
Then we can do that. So anyway, thanks again. Like I said, YouTube videos are coming. Gonna do a capture video with the Quad Cortex, as I said earlier, and that should be posted either today or tomorrow, somewhere around there. And more videos to come. And so, thanks again, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Don't forget Mother's Day next weekend.
That's right.
Don't forget.
Oh, that's Sunday too, isn't it? Okay.
We will be.
Yeah.
We'll be live in the studio. We'll do the podcast. We'll do everything live.
And do Mother's Day.
And we'll remind you then.
And we'll remind you again that today
go
is
get flowers
Mother's
now.
Day. Go. Go to Walmart or wherever.
Quick.
Get that last
Aldi's
dying flowers that are left.
Right.
Because you're the bad son who waited. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you. And we'll talk to you guys next week.
Stay safe.
Yep. Stay safe, everybody. And talk to you later.
Yep.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Guitars and Gear out.